Hi Pisces, welcome to your November 2018 Tarot and Astrology reading. So thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you're new here, welcome. And please subscribe for monthly and mid-monthly updates at the moment. So Pisces, we're in Scorpio season, and that is fellow water sign energy. That is highlighting your sense of adventure, your sense of travel, your sense of optimism. Jupiter is leaving that side of the sky for you on the 8th of November and moving into your 10th house. So what does that mean, Pisces? That means, well, the 10th house is all about honors. It's about career, and it is about acknowledgement for who you are as a person and what you've had to offer. So Jupiter in that side of the sky for you, your career is going to take an upswing. I mean, really. Okay, some of you may have brushes with fame even. If some of you are in that arena where you really want to work in the arts or in the industry, or you want to get ideas out there, you want expansion, you want more awareness for what it is that you're doing, what you're trying to do, this side of the sky for you is all going to be about recognition. Incredibly positive, right? That's going to be a great year for Pisces. See, hard work is paying off. This little guy has been working on his pentacles for a long time, and he's going to start to see a graduation of sort, moving out of the apprenticeship phase into more of a master phase. So what else is going on for you, Pisces? Well, we have Venus retrograding until the 16th in your 8th house. So what does that mean? That can mean those attractive but toxic relationships where you really liked a person but they weren't ready to commit, etc. You know, those egotistical ones that kind of come out of the woodwork. You could have a dalliance with someone from your past. Someone from your past could hit you up. Not necessarily going to be a long-term thing, but you're definitely going to be sending out some seriously attractive vibes. And people from your past could be remembering you for that reason. But of course, Venus is going to be going direct on the 16th of November. And things will start to progress in that area for you. Venus retrograde has all been about reflection and reconsideration and, you know, realizing what it is that you really want from your relationships and what you want from your finances. Similarly, Mercury is going to be retrograding on the 17th, so the energy is still going to be reflective. But because it is retrograding in the side of the sky for you that is more to do with your career. And now I do say that Jupiter is moving forward in a direction that's going to give you enhancements in that area. But maybe now is not the best time to ask for something, okay? Emperor, there's your boss. Could be you though. The Sun. Do you know, it always surprises me how similar some of the cards are for Pisces and Scorpio. Wow, that is similar. King of Cups. Okay. Yeah, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Now, signs aside, because I know that some people like it, some people don't. It's okay. We're all different. And it doesn't always represent the exact sign. Okay? So you could be I could be describing an Emperor and saying it's an Aries or it's a Scorpio. That it could be somebody else's Virgo who's actually very ambitious, who's a bit older, etc. Do you know what I mean? Don't get too bogged down on it. It's all about the energies. So, Pisces, there seems to be somebody. Now, as I said, this doesn't have to be an ex, by the way. I know that Venus retrograding in Libra can mean that for you. It doesn't have to be. Either way, this is someone who's very attractive. So, the Knight of Wands. You know, it's funny for Pisces, and I think this is because of the 9th house energy. There has been this sort of affiliation with somebody, either from a different country or an aspect of travel. You know, I see the Sun here in the Knight of Wands. Or it could have been someone that you discussed housing with, you know, to live with, etc. But Pisces, what I'm really seeing here is a love offer with a sense of danger attached. Now, I say that because the Five of Swords is here. And this also came up for Scorpios, so I'm going to explain it in a similar fashion because the cards are quite linked. The Five of Swords here could refer to fighting your feelings about a person. And unfortunately, with the Five of Swords there, it can feel a little bit like a losing battle. Now, it seems to me that someone could be making you an offer, and I think it's romantic. Because the Ace of Cups is kind of that beginning phase. It's not necessarily concrete. The Ace of Cups is never the actual connection. It's more to do with the very first seed. And with the Sun here, this is something that's going to make you very excited. Now, with the Sun in Scorpio, you are going to be feeling that fellow water sign energy, and you're going to be feeling more at flow with yourself, more at ease with yourself. And of course, that breeds more attractive energy for others to notice you. Particularly with the King of Cups at the top, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or this could be you coming out on top of your game. A lot of you are having a spark of entrepreneurial energy, or a spark or an idea in your job that gets you noticed. As I said about the Jupiter transit in your sector of honors, that Emperor, for me, is you, Pisces. That's you being recognized. That's you having a streak of luck in what it is that you do so well. The Ace of Cups, it could be communicating about feelings. It could be psychology. It could be the arts even. Five of Swords in the challenge position is that you may be your own challenge. Okay? You may be putting yourself in your own way. You may be fighting yourself on something, or you may be fighting your feelings or an opportunity. With Venus retrograding, it can make us a little bit more insecure than we would usually be. And when we're insecure, we don't necessarily make the best decisions for ourselves. And this could mean we turn down opportunities that are in alignment with what we want, or it could mean that we take what we want, which is not necessarily so good for us. And that could be in the hands of a very attractive, dashing Knight of Wands person. There's a touch of the adventurous energy here, Pisces, and I'm going to go over this again to see exactly what we get, but I see that there may be quite a lot of excitement in your emotional life this month. Yeah, some of you are definitely dealing with a fire sign. See the Queen of Wands here with the Two of Swords. Somebody you're uncertain over. There's a touch of uncertainty about a fire sign for a lot of Pisces, not all of you, of course. Maybe. Page of Swords. Interesting. Page of Wands. Okay, some of you like a Leo. The Knight of Swords. Four of Wands. And the Seven of Swords. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Four of Cups underneath. Yeah, Pisces, some of you are dealing with somebody that you are so attracted to, but they're not necessarily so good for you. So, Seven of Swords and the King of Cups, there's a sense of emotional manipulation or the stealing of hearts. Interesting, because if you're dealing with an air sign, Pisces, I actually get very good intentions. I say that because the Knight of Swords has come up in the positive position. Now, he could represent somebody coming in very quickly, a sort of a flash in the pan type person, someone who's all about you one minute and then sort of ghosts you the next. But I do feel that there is something that needs to be wrapped up here, okay? This is very, very much in alignment with Venus in the 8th house retro. Somebody that is possibly from your past, that there needs to be a tying up of loose ends. Now, when I say that, we all have free will and we all have our own decisions, and everybody's situation is going to be different. So don't write off somebody on the sense of, a tarot reading, because you will know in your situation through your intuition what's right and what's wrong, okay? So if you feel like you're with somebody that's very good for you, chances are you maybe didn't need, a reading for it. I do sense that some of you, though, that are a bit uncertain of a person, it is possibly because the communication is not quite right. This person seems to be a bit more experienced than you, a bit more of the world, possibly had more relationships. And I feel like it could be that commitment is the issue, or even somebody that comes from an incredibly broken childhood. You could be dealing with someone who's actually had a very, very traumatic time, or the breakdown of a long-term relationship. And it's not made them a bad person, it's just made them wary, and there's a misunderstanding, right? So, as always, understand in situations, they're all very different and context sensitive. When I see this as the outcome, I feel like somebody's withholding something, and it might not necessarily be something hurtful. It might be that they're withholding information because they're scared of getting hurt. Of course, on the flip side, it could be that you're dealing with a water sign from the past that you don't trust. And there's issues there. And you get a chance to go over it and decide what it is about that person that you don't trust. You could be dealing with a fellow water sign for sure, Pisces, but I do see fire and air here, so don't take them too, literally. The King of Cups could be you after all. But in terms of the people around you, Pisces, not everyone is appearing how they seem because of Venus. Now, interestingly, the Sun on the 6th is going to trine your ruler Neptune, so there could be really lovely magical energies. But that is to say that maybe you need to be more certain of what it is that you do want from a partner, because the new moon in Scorpio on the 7th gives you an opportunity to start manifesting some new desires, manifesting some new things that you want in your life. And maybe, unfortunately, somebody that you always had the hots for, and it could have been an earth sign, maybe somebody that you've always had the hots for isn't the person that you could be with long term. And that's just, sometimes that's the way it is. There's a great attraction, but there's not necessarily the underlying friendship required. Now, oopsies. It could be, Pisces, because various options with these. Because of this Jupiter 10th house transit, where Jupiter moves there in the 8th, maybe you're so in your career that you're neglecting somebody, and you're being the 7 of Swords character here. Maybe you make a selfish decision that affects your partner because you have an opportunity of a lifetime and you just need to do it, and maybe you don't consult them first. Lovers. Eight of Swords, 4 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and the 3. So Pisces, I do sense that there is some sort of disagreement romantically. You might actually be at breaking point with a person. You might be really ready to snap about something, because you could be dealing with somebody who knows that they have a really good shot with you. That you would make them happy. But they're kind of in and out, right? Like, I sort of see this 4 of Swords and Knight of Swords as all action, no action, all action, no action. Do you know what I mean? Nothing in between. Romantically, you could be dealing with this. Now, if we're talking about your career, Pisces, be mindful that, as I say, not everyone is as they seem. The 7 of Swords wants you to know that you are to keep your wits about you in terms of the people you're with, and in terms of the agendas people around you may have. And I know as a Pisces are very perceptive and intuitive people. And at the same time, there can come these, with Neptune being so foggy at times, there can come these little bouts of naivety in terms of the people around us. So just keep your head clear in terms of what is being asked of you by the people in your career and that you work with, and that the agendas you're taking, because Jupiter is going to bless you in your career for the next year. If you feel like the energies around you are somewhat indecent or unfair, don't worry. Just concentrate on you. Concentrate on your money. Okay, Pisces? That's very clear. Concentrate on your money and concentrate on doing what it is that you do best, okay? You have a feel for these things. Romantically speaking, I think that if one or more of you has been keeping your feelings to yourself and has been keeping secrets, they're going to come out. when someone gets challenged, because it's not necessarily that they're going to offer up the information. It's more that when they're challenged, their face says it all. Sevens can be quite confrontational. I think you seem to be coming into a confrontation with this King of Cups person because one or more of you has been hiding something. There is some kind of I mean, deception's a hard word to put out there, but there's something that's not quite right that needs to be addressed. And don't worry, because this is just for the first half, really, of November. When Venus goes direct on the 16th, you're going to be feeling such a relief, but it does do this very intense energy, and it comes out in tarot, because we have the Lovers here. There could be harsh words with a love interest, so make sure that you approach everything with empathy, because I do think some of you are dealing with somebody who has quite a broken past, quite a traumatic experience, possibly the breakdown of a long-term relationship that left them feeling very fragile. It's not because they're a player necessarily, it's because they're afraid, okay? So before you lose your patience with this person, because patience is very well aspected, so make sure that you're going down that route of being calm with the person. Before you lose your patience, think about whether or not you would really want to lose this person completely. Be calm with this person. Venus retrograde is no time to make a decision anyway. You know, I really can't wait till Venus goes direct, because it is so repetitive in these readings. Pele, divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? There we go. What is it that you really, really want? Inner goddess. Aphrodite, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Self-appreciation is very important, Pisces, particularly as we've had the Venus retrograde period ticking away at people. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desires into action. That definitely goes for career, Pisces. Keep doing you. Don't get all up in your, things can appear worse than they are. There is something going on here that you need to address, because you can't keep in the Seven of Swords momentum forever, and it needs to be addressed before you move forward. Regardless of how attractive a person is, you need to have an underlying theme of honesty and friendship first. Interestingly enough, some of you could actually be wrapping up an old relationship built on deceit to encounter something where the person is that bit more direct, like a new relationship. You know? Ace of Cups can represent new love. You and whoever your love interest is in Pisces, regardless of whether it's new, it's old, it's current, it's resurfacing, whatever it is, you need to make sure that you have all the facts on this person and that you're on the same page if you want to move forward at the same pace, you know? As I said, it's not always the best time to get involved with somebody new, but a lot of people could be coming your way because of all the Scorpio energy anyway. You know, you're in your attractive hat. Oh, Pisces. It's not going to be a boring month. I'm going to give you that. It's not going to be boring. If anything, it actually looks like you might have more than one person vying for your attention. But if you do have your heart wrapped up in somebody who's kind of aloof or kind of broken at the minute, just be mindful that it, from the get-go, that's not going to be straightforward anyway. But instead of tackling it when you're angry, approach it with calmness, and your results could be pretty different. Things could go a lot smoother if you just make sure that you're not rushing it, okay? So I will see you in the mid-monthlies, Pisces, and till then, take care. Bye.